What's up, Virgo? Let's see what the week ahead looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Virgo placement. I was getting that song Jungle Love by Morris and the Time. It's an old song, right? But I'm getting more so, the reason I was getting that is I feel like someone around you is interested in you, or you could be interested in someone here, okay? I feel like whatever this is, it could be mutual, or it could just be unrequited, right? One person's into the other while the other not so much. So I feel like whatever this energy is, I feel like someone just wants to get to know you, okay? Someone's like asking you questions, someone's trying to figure out what your favorite whatever is, okay? So I see somebody trying to ask you questions. I don't know that you're about it though. You could be, but it just feels like, I don't know, maybe you feel like someone's just like hitting on you because they're just trying to like hook up with you, right? You're not about it. So I don't know, someone around you is definitely interested in you. I'm really picking up on that. And you may already know this, or maybe you don't, but again, it's like if you know this, I don't think that you care. And if you don't know this, I still don't think that you care. I think it just depends who it is, right? That's what I'm hearing. All right, this week you got the Two of Wands, you got the Six of Pentacles, Hierophant, Ten of Cups, Magician, Queen of Swords at the bottom, Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. A lot of you guys right now are focused on your glow up at this time. I feel like you're just focused on you, right? Queen of Swords, you're not interested in what people have to say. You're not interested in giving the time of day. You guys have been in this energy for quite some time. Now, I haven't really pulled that for you guys. I'm just picking up and channeling that you guys have been in like Queen of Swords energy. I feel like if people try to shoot their shot, you shut them down. Okay, so I feel like you could be very closed off at this time. And you're just like, yeah, no, I just want to focus on me. Like, you're not budging. I feel like, honestly, for some of you where that's resonating, I feel like you do have someone around you that's genuinely curious about you, okay? And again, free will, do what you want, but I feel like if it resonates or you do find out that someone has like a crush on you or whatever, you might be wise to kind of give it a chance, at least see like what this person's about or what their intentions are instead of assuming. I feel like you guys are too busy focusing on keeping yourselves like shielded and closed off that you could be missing out on some really good people right now, okay? Now, if you know that this is someone not worth your time, then yes, please continue. Be the Queen of Swords. Keep focusing on you. Like, don't budge, okay? But if you know that, you know, someone might mean well, I feel like giving them a chance is pretty optimal. I feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised by this person, okay? Moving forward, with the Two of Wands, I feel like you guys are focusing on goals this week. It feels like you wrote out some sort of list. It's a to-do list that you've got to go through. Whether this is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or if this is just like a list that you have to complete by the end of the workday. Okay, so it just feels like you're very task oriented this week. It does feel like you don't really like see anything else past this. Some of you guys are being flooded at work. I don't know if you guys are understaffed or if someone's not pulling their part, but I feel like it's to a point where you have to organize your time. So I'm hearing like time management. So there's something about you utilizing time management this week because you're going to be like flooded, or you've already been flooded, and like maybe now you finally kind of have like a way to do things. Like, I'm the type of person, like, normally, like, I know I have to do things, I don't write them down, but then I realized that like when I wrote them down, I felt more organized, right? So I feel like for you guys naturally, like, you'll write things down. Like, you already like have it in your head of what you need to do, but you'll also write these things down. There's someone here likes to like cross off what they've done. I just see like a red mark. I hear like a marker just crossing something off here. So yeah, that's what I'm picking. You guys could be teachers as well. You could be making some sort of plans, agendas, or something like that here this week. Okay, so I feel like you guys are very focused on work. Some of you guys are college students. It says Mount Holyoke College here. You guys could be, what are we in April? Yeah, so you guys could be kind of in your last couple of weeks or your last month of your semester here. So you guys are just like really buckling down. Maybe you have like a midterm coming up, or finals are coming up, or there's a project, but there's something here about like really being task oriented this week. You're going to be very organized, whether this is work or school or whatever this is. Okay. Six of Pentacles. I feel like, you're wise to ask for help this week, okay? Like, if things are getting overbearing, like, you need to talk to a boss. You need to, like, tell people around you, like, hey, I can't show up this week. Like, Maybe you're the kind of Virgo that has a job, and then maybe you have like maybe you're part of a sport, or you're part of something, right? You're part of a team is what I'm picking up on. So again, you may just be wise to let people know, like, hey, like, I'm not really going to be able to show up this day or that, so that people can accommodate. Again, with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like you guys could be biting off more than you can chew. So try not to load up your plates this week, okay? I feel like if you're a boss, you need to delegate like accordingly. Right? Like, people need to pull their weight this week is what I'm hearing. And then it says happy end at the top there, right? So it's like you'll experience a happy ending this week. Should you just be vocal about what you need, okay? Like, let other people take on the tasks, especially if they're not doing anything. Okay, so there's something here about that. You could be feeling bombarded or overwhelmed. Also, too, you could be training someone this week, or someone could be training you, and you feel like you just want to like hurry up and learn something so that you could do your part. Okay, so again, be patient with yourself. With the Hierophant here, you could be dealing with a Taurus, okay? Again, there's something about commitment here. Also, there's something about sister. Up here it says Sister Lillian, and then there's Sister Aloysius, okay? I don't know if you guys have like an older sister, or you are the oldest and your siblings need you this week. Okay, so you could be hearing from a sister if you have one, or you could be hearing about one, okay? But I do see you guys being very committed this week, okay? If you're in a relationship, I feel like you're focusing on your relationship this week as well. I feel like you're putting in the time, you're putting in the effort. You might be a little tired. You might just be over it, but I feel like you're kind of putting your part. So this is like, after a long day, your partner still wants to like take you out to dinner. You're like, oh, okay, fine. Because you're like, I still have to partake, right? Like, I'm still a part of that. So again, you could be giving your energy to some sort of relationship that you're in. Others of you, I feel like you're just like 10 toes down when it comes to something here. You're very fully committed. So again, it's like if you've been in this energy where you're like dead set on being single, then that's what you're staying committed to. You're being committed to the idea that you're not going to be dating people. It doesn't matter how enticing they may be. That's not what you want right now. So I feel like whatever this is, if you're open to the energy, then yeah. So whatever it is that you're kind of like standing in conviction for, like that's where you're really going to be like, yeah, no, like I'm committed to sticking this out, whatever this is, okay? With the Ten of Cups here, you could be focusing on family as well. You could be hanging out with your family. There could be an extension to your family as well. You could be finding out this week that someone got engaged. This could be like your best friend that feels like your sister. You could be feeling like, or you could be finding out your sister's getting engaged. If you're in a relationship, you and your person could be talking about moving in together. You could be talking about the next level here as well. I feel like if you're curious about your relationship, if it's going to go any further, I feel like by Taurus season, some of you guys are going to be engaged. Okay? So I feel like there is a steady progression here in your relationships if you are not single at this time. I feel like things are going to progress here pretty quickly, actually, is what I'm picking up on. But I do see you guys being very family-oriented with this Ten of Cups here. So again, you could be having dinner with your family. You could be just having like talks with your siblings. You could be talking with like nieces and nephews. There's something here about like a bond with family, whether they're your immediate family or maybe you're starting new bonds with like a certain cousin or like a certain niece or nephew, okay? And then lastly, you have the Magician. I see you guys being really creative about the things that you're doing this week. Again, I'm hearing this is a solo journey. I feel like this week, the focus for you guys is just to figure out what it is that you want and then just make it kind of happen, okay? I feel like right now you've got a lot of different things that are going on in your head. You're kind of trying to figure out your path. You're trying to figure out what to do next. Some of you guys might feel lost. You could be confusing yourself, right? You're like, well, this or that. One minute you want to do this. Next minute you want to do something else. So I feel like you could have a little bit of like scatterbrain here this week. You're not being asked to commit to something, all right, unless you feel passionate about it, unless you're like, yeah, this is the one, that's what we're doing. But outside of that, I do feel like you're just, you're gonna need to take some time in order to organize these thoughts, right? And maybe that's what I was picking up on to begin with that Two of Wands. So there's something here about organizing. So if you guys have been feeling scatterbrained, if you've been feeling like you're everywhere, like you just don't know where to begin, I think sitting down and really taking something seriously and figuring out a way to get it is going to be very beneficial to you this week. All right, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you guys on the next one.